everybody, and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your #1 source on pain, posture, and performance. And for any of you who have worked with me, either one-on-one, or we've shot some comments back and forth, or some emails, or talked on the phone, you know that I am a stickler for proper form when doing the corrective exercises, whether it be strengthening exercises, stretching, mobility, self-myofascial release, whatever. But I also do recognize that sometimes you feel like you just need to move, instinctively. And that's okay to, kind of do some freestyle movement. And this is kind of an idea that I got, from a client a long time ago. Excuse the cats, they're going to be playing probably throughout this video. So this is a client who, it was always frustrating because he would start doing the exercise correctly, and then he would go into what he called, freestyle mode. And it's like, well, why'd you do that? Well, it just felt good. And sometimes it led to really good things, that he would find that felt really good for him, and we would modify, turn into an exercise form, and be great. Other times, he kind of went off the beaten path and did some stuff that set him back a little bit. But nonetheless, I think that sometimes just moving, for the sake of moving, just because it feels good, is way better than the alternative, which a lot of us, partake in, which is, sitting on a couch or a chair for long periods of times while we watch TV or look at a computer screen or something like that. So today I just wanted to kind of have fun with you guys and just give you an example, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of some general movement. And this is something that I'll do from time to time. Again, maybe while watching TV or listening to a podcast. You can do this too while, watching my latest video post, or there's some video posts, obviously, we don't have to be looking right at me. You could just be listening to me in the background. So, again, none of this is really planned. I have really no idea where this is going to go. It's just going to kind of go with what I feel like. And that's the point, is just do what you feel. If you feel you need more hip flexion, do more hip flexion. If you feel you need some torso rotation, do some torso rotation. All right? So feel free to, follow along at home if you want. If you have any suggestions, movements, positions, no matter how goofy they may be, definitely take some video yourself doing them. Post a link down below in the comment section, and I know I and all the other posture guys and gals out there would love to see you do it, and we'll try it out for ourselves and let you know what we think. All right? So anyways, let's get started. I'm not going to do all the time. Sometimes I'll do this for up to half an hour at a time. And my wife just looks at me like, what the heck are you doing while we're watching TV? But it's fun, so just have fun with it. If you have any type of severe symptoms, this may not be for you because I don't want you hurting yourself. But if you just feel kind of tight, stiff, and you just feel like you need to move, I think this is for you. All right? So starting off, one of my favorites is just to reach one hand up, reach the other one down. Again, these aren't really exercises. I don't have a name for them. I know they're good for you because instinctively I feel it. These are things I've seen other people do, some things I instinctively do myself, and they just feel good. This one especially on the sides, the obliques, in the rib cage, the intercostals, the arms, the lats, everything, they just feel good. And then if you want, you can put in a little bit of rotation like so. A lot of us, we don't get this type of rotation in the back. And the thing here is we're not trying to even turn this into a workout. It's just moving for movement's sake, right? Just because it feels good. If you do build up a sweat, great. If you burn some calories, awesome. That's not really the goal here. That's not the point. It's just to move, all right? I'll bring the knee to the chest. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of times, a lot of days, weeks, months, that a lot of us don't go through getting, full hip flexion like I am here, right? Getting the legs up like so. When's the last time you did something like this? Or, hung your weight by your arms, like monkey bars or a tree. Probably when you were a kid you did it a lot, but maybe not so much anymore, all right? One of my favorites is to pretend there's a chair, or you don't have to pretend, you can put a chair here and kind of step over it like so. I just like that when it feels good in the hips. Sometimes the first few, if I've been sitting for a while, I get a little click or a pop in my hip, nothing painful, but I can tell, stuff's moving around in there. And then as I do more and more, it starts to loosen up and feel good. And then if you want to make it harder, you can, try not to kick anything here, you can do straight leg over, kind of like side kick. I haven't done any karate for a long time, as you can tell, but it just feels good. You might even notice too, as you do some of the things, they kind of will help make the invisible visible. So that kind of help you quantify what's going on. Like for instance, I can feel, I don't know if you guys can see, but I can feel better range of motion on my left hip than my right hip. So that means, to me, I'm going, okay, I got a little bit of asymmetry going on there. I need to work on that. Okay, let's go back up to some kind of upper body stuff. This one, I'm trying to remember where I saw. I just kind of think of like tossing something up and over my shoulder. And it's great just to get this rotation. Feels really good to open up the side here, the rib cage. You can go back and forth too, or you can just do a few to the side. Ugh. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to stay put kind of in this general area, but sometimes I'll get down the ground, I'll crawl around, roll around. It's actually really entertaining to be wherever we're living in the world and just watch me do this. I remember the first time I did this stuff, after first meeting my mother-in-law in Poland. She speaks very little English, I speak even less Polish, and she just came into the room where we were staying, and she sees her new son-in-law that she just met the other day crawling around the ground doing this type of stuff, and she was kind of like, okay. But she just laughed and went with it. Now I'm not going to put too much weight on this because this isn't super strong. You can just kind of lean in there, try to move that femoral head to the back of the hip socket, kind of push it out if you want, push it in. Feel free to kind of go hunting for those missing parts of end range of motion that you're missing. For me it's a little bit out here. I can feel, that just feels really good. For you, maybe it's inside, maybe it's back, all right? If you want, you can try it with different heights and everything. Don't be afraid to go, a little bit asymmetrical, a little higher on one side than the other. Again, don't do this with something that slides, but gotta make do with what you got. I'm surprised that the cats actually aren't coming in. They love to make appearances, especially when I'm trying to do any type of exercise or movement. Okay. And again, you can see there's no sequence. It's just kind of, I'm going from movement to movement, going, what do I feel that I need? Right now I feel like, okay, I need a little spinal flexion, a little bit of shoulder rolling, so I can kind of just go up like this. Again, don't even know what this is called, but it feels good. Well, one of my favorites, because I haven't played hacky sack in a long time, but I used to play a lot of it. It's kind of like the deal where you go like to a rainbow, where you kind of imagine like you're kicking the ball and go over, right? And you can go like that. Granted, I'm getting a little cautious here so I don't hit my ankle or anything. But again, just kind of just go with your imagination and whatever you think, feels good. There is definitely times in life where structure is important. If you and I are working together, whether online or over Skype therapy, and I prescribe to you, say, 9 exercises in a particular order to correct some partial dysfunctions and or compensations you're currently struggling with, well, I pick those exercises and I sequence them in a proper order, in a specific way. So in that case, I want you to follow. Right now, just moving, just having fun. You can also go now external rotation. All right, so before we were going out and rotating in, now we're going out like this, kind of like you're kicking a hacky sack. And if you haven't played hacky sack for a long time, it's a really good workout. I'll be honest, I haven't kicked one around in a few months, but I have one in my backpack, and I should probably take it out and play. My record was 200 consecutive hits. I think last time I tried I got like to 68, so not as good as it used to be, but yeah, pull out the hacky sack, do some jump roping, whatever. And it's fine, use your imagination, but it's just kind of going with the flow. If you feel like, I can't think of the next thing to do again, go back to something else that you've already done before. It's okay. No rule says you can't do that. And I can even notice this time, kind of think, how did it feel the first time I did it? And now as I do this, I can feel my left hip better range of motion. I don't know if you could hear over the microphone. The first time I did it, there was a little bit of, I don't know if I want to say grind or anything, a little bit of noise coming from there, no pain, but I could just hear it, and now it's a lot more smooth. Now part of that is obviously as I move here, right, my body's warming up, secreting more synovial fluid, lubricating the joints, so that's part of it, and that's fine too, We always have to, continue to move for general health, secrete lymph through our lymphatic system, get those toxins out, so it's good. There we go, we can try this one. Try to bring elbow to knee. And yeah, you can tell some of these are harder than others. And I won't do two more so as not to bore you, but hopefully you're either having a good time watching me and laughing, or you're trying some of these yourself. And again, don't let, just what I show you here determine what you do. Use your imagination. Try some stuff. I'm always open to learn new things, so. Alright, so those are just a few things you can try. And you can hear, got my heart rate up a little bit warm. Not sweating or anything, but it's nice, it's warm, my body feels better. I feel more upright. And you can do this, I'm not sure how long we've been going, a few minutes, but you can do, maybe start with just 5 minutes. Take a break from the desk, the computer, sitting down watching TV, and just try doing this. Then maybe next time try 6 minutes, next time 7. And my challenge for you is to try just moving for 30 minutes, non-stop. One, it's good for you physically, but try to think of new things as you go on. And it's actually quite a mental exercise to try to go 30 minutes continuously moving without repeating an exercise. That's really hard, but it feels really good. It's a great way to mentally wake you up so you can think clearer, be more productive. It just really enhances your overall cognitive performance. All right? So anyways, that's just having fun with freestyle movement. I hope you guys enjoy it, have fun with it, and like I said, let me know how it goes in the comment section below. All right? Anyways, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving.